Breaking news, folks. YouTuber Austin Jones receives 10 years in prison. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to After Prison Show, and in this video, we're going to do a follow-up to a video and a story that we first addressed like a year or possibly even longer ago in the past here on After Prison Show. A story about a guy by the name of Austin Jones. This is a YouTuber. Some of you probably have no idea who this dude is. If you don't have any idea who this guy is, congratulations. You're actually very lucky that you don't. Austin Jones was a YouTuber who used to do like covers of songs. He was something of like a knockoff Justin Bieber or a one-man boy band. And this guy had actually found quite a bit of success doing covers to very popular songs. However, not everyone is cut out to be successful or even really deserves to be successful at all. And in some cases, the evil and wickedness inside of them definitely comes to light, as was the case for this individual, Austin Jones. Now, it was back in 2017 when we first addressed this story, when this story first broke of this popular YouTuber who had been doing some very disturbing things. Messaging underage girls. He was in his 20s and asking them to send him crazy videos that he had absolutely no business asking these minors to partake in. And when I first became aware of this guy and this story, I would learn that this wasn't the first time that he had been caught up in a situation like this. And in fact, it was like 2 years prior, back in 2015, where these same type of allegations were raised against him. And when those allegations were raised against him the very first time, this guy would actually make a video apologizing for asking underage girls to send him these videos. I'm trying to tell you, an apology video isn't gonna cut it every single time, and especially not in a situation like this. I'm sorry, just don't cut it. Now, I'm not exactly sure what would happen in the situation in 2015. Maybe the apology was all that was needed. But it was in 2017 when this guy was arrested and charged for interacting, messaging two different underage girls. And it was just on this past Friday where this guy went to court and received more time than I honestly thought that he was gonna get. They smoked this dude's boots up inside the courtroom and gave him 10 years. You know, I've oftentimes seen it where people could have drug charges and end up with way more time than people with crazy, horrible, these type of charges. And in a lot of cases, people with crazy, messed up charges, the worst type of charges you ever want to take to the penitentiary, don't end up with that much time, if any time, at all. But that wouldn't be the case for old Austin Jones, and again, they smoked his boots. This guy was originally facing an 11-year prison sentence in the federal system. His charges were federal charges. He's gonna be serving time at a federal penitentiary. He was facing 11 years. His lawyers would ask for the low end of the sentencing guidelines, which were 5 years, and the judge would go ahead and give him 10 years. Pretty much the max of what he was facing. And when I tell y'all that this dude is about to have a hard time in prison, oh folks, he's gonna be having nothing short of exactly the full definition of that word right there. Hard time in prison. That was probably cringe. I was going for something right there. It just wasn't really working out. You know, we've done videos like this in the past where celebrities or famous people get in trouble and they're facing going to prison. And, you know, I like to address what prison is potentially going to be like for these people. We've talked about Tekashi 6ix9ine, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Austin Jones, Jussie Smollett, the privileged college admission parents scandal. And in certain cases, our predictions haven't been exactly right. But I can guarantee you one thing. This guy most certainly ain't gonna be living high on the hog like no Mike the Situation who's living life in prison. I mean, just over this past weekend, Mike the Situation was flexing in the visitation room. Had the cast of the Jersey Shore come and see him, have his girl come and see him. And look at how much weight it looks like this guy's put on as well. This dude is definitely eating good. Up inside of that country club / club fed type of prison where he's at right now. I can all but guarantee you things aren't gonna be anywhere near as sweet for this guy, Austin Jones. And again, let's just look at what these 2 years that this guy has been awaiting this sentence, this trial, this court date has done to this guy. I mean, here's a picture of this guy back from his YouTube heyday when this guy was looking like Nick Lance from NSYNC. Joe, how you know about some Nick Lance? I'll admit there was a time in my life where I fancied myself as being in a boy band. I'm not too proud to admit that. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not no convict. I'm an inmate. But again, Austin Jones was looking all boy bandish back in his internet famous heyday. Fast forward 2 years later, look at this guy now looking like a broke down Macaulay Culkin, looking like he ain't seen the outside, the sunlight in 2 damn days. I ain't seen the sun shining too damn day. I put your picture away. Sat down and cried today. Isn't that a Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow song? Boy, that was a throwback right there. You know what? I'm about to start doing me some cover songs. Yeah, Austin Jones here, he's looking like he ain't seen the sun in a little bit longer than 2 damn days. And I'm pretty sure one of his conditions while being out on bail, because they did give this guy a bail all the way up until last Friday where he got that 10-piece. And I ain't talking about no Mickey D McNuggets neither. But part of his bail conditions were that he wasn't allowed to be on any type of a computer, no smartphone. You wasn't even allowed to watch Netflix. That was good. That was good. I'm gonna write, hey Cody! Write that joke down for me. The man was banned from all forms of the internet and social media, but I'll be damned if it don't look like that's about the only thing he's been doing for the last 2 years, sitting in front of a keyboard. What they saying about me now? They ain't saying nothing though. Ain't saying nothing. What about that Justin Bieber cover I done did? Damn, they forgot about me. What's on Netflix? I'm gonna be honest with you, it's looking at this picture right here where this guy looks the absolute part of what he is. Nothing short of a predator. And you know, I absolutely believe this guy deserves nothing short of these 10 years that he's about to serve. He was doing some absolutely horrible things. Here was a guy who was in a privileged position. He was blessed to be in this position where he could have so many people who liked him. And yet all he was doing was taking advantage of people in that situation, especially minors. Dude, you a grown-ass man. You better be on your grown-ass man stuff when you get to where you're going. I got no idea what type of a prison this dude's gonna end up at. I don't know if in the federal system with those type of charges, if he can get to a low. I know he can't get to no camp. But whether he ends up at a low or a medium, I doubt they're gonna send him to a high. I honestly think the only thing this dude's gonna be able to do is continue doing what he does so well. Sing. Sing, dude. You best to sing. You better be telling everything you know. God, you gotta get me out of here. God, I don't even want an extra hot dog tray. God, you gotta put me in a protective custody cell. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even think the guard's gonna be able to save this dude. 10 years is a long time to serve in prison, no doubt. I've never done no 10-piece. I can't even imagine what that's gonna be like, nor could I even imagine what it would be like to serve that kind of time with them kind of charges. But I can guarantee you one thing. I know from experience, because I done seen it happen to the next man. When you got them type of charges and you go into penitentiary and people is asking you for your paperwork. I don't have my paperwork. I lost my paperwork. The dog ate my paper. I don't have my paperwork. God! They don't be taken too kindly to that kind in prison unless they end up sending him to a straight predator camp, which I've heard that they have in the federal system. But even there, dude's probably still gonna have some problems. This dude looked like the type of dude that be holding on to pockets. You remember old T-Bag from Prison Break? Austin Jones, you better find you a pocket to hold on to, and you better hold on for dear life. You went to prison as Austin Jones. Imagine this guy in 10 years from now when he comes home. Austin Jones, sentenced to 10 years. Comes home, Alyssa, Allison, Ashley Jones. You know, folks, I share this story with you because we first addressed this story 2 years ago. I definitely wanted to do a follow-up to this. This story broke like his water's gonna break when he gets to prison on Friday of him getting sentenced to these 10 years. And with that, I really just want to know what you guys think about this. You think his time's gonna be all right? I mean, maybe he's gonna have a hustle while he's locked up. What do you think that hustle's gonna be? He was nice with his mouthpiece before he got locked up singing. That might actually serve him well wherever he's going. Hey, look, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you think Austin Jones' prison hustle is gonna be. He's gonna be there for a long time. He's gonna need to find him something to do to be able to survive. As always, until next time, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted, and make the most of every day. Peace!